wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Indeed, good morning, Barbados, and welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining us this Monday, the 7th of July, 2025. I'm Pearson Bowen. Wonderful as always having you company. Hoped you had a wonderful weekend. My only question to you is, what did you do? And in doing so, did you really have a lot of fun? But welcome to what we hope will be for you another fantastic week ahead. Today being the 7th of July means something to someone, whether you're celebrating a birthday today or an anniversary. We wish you well. We thank you so much. And we hope that you do really, truly have a wonderful anniversary indeed. But for those of you watching us on our streams, on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on our website, cbc.bb, welcome. Good morning. Thank you for sharing the show, sharing the love, and communicating with us as well. And so in doing so, again, a big thanks. If you have an idea or if you know of someone whose story you think we need to tell us about it. Send us an email. Our email address is quite simple. It is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. It's right there on your screen. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And again, to all of you, thanks for sharing the show and sharing your information with us as well. I had a great weekend, I think. Last Friday, as a matter of fact, as I've been telling you all month long practically, it's graduation season. And so I had the opportunity to attend the graduation ceremony for my godson, Christopher Anderson Birch. And so he graduated as the top boy at his school, St. Matthew's Primary, top boy in mathematics, top boy in English, top boy in cricket and athletics, and indeed. And so it was quite a moving occasion. And so if you know of someone whose graduation you want to celebrate, tell us about it too. We'd be happy to celebrate those youngsters and their curricular achievement indeed. So big thanks to everybody. But I'll get this morning started with a riddle as you wake your brains up. So time for you to give me a call on 228-5562 or 228-5563. Those are the numbers to call. If you're calling from somewhere else, then you add our area code 1246. So 228-5562 or 228-5563. Here comes riddle number one. It's easy weezy. Now the question is, A is the brother of B. B is the brother of C. C is the father of D. So how is D related to A? I know it's a lot, but here we go again. A is the brother of B. B is the brother of C. C is the father of D. So I'd like to hear from you. How is D related to A? Do you think you know? 228-5562 or 228-5563. If you do not know, that's okay. Actually, for me, that's good because we get to enjoy this a whole lot more. But call me if you think you know the answer. 228-5562 or 228-5563. A is the brother of B. B is the brother of C. C is the father of D. I'd like to hear from you. How is D related to A? How does that work? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Wish you well. Now, coming up today, many hands, one strength. That's the thing that drives the passion behind Drop a Pack Purple Love Foundation. And we'll sit with the founder today to find out a little bit more about what drives her to do what she does indeed, and who can benefit from your generosity as well and in support to the foundation. The Street Vibes Academy, as well as another school in the United Kingdom, they're here on a bit of a cultural bridge. And so we get to sit with some of the students today to hear what they've been up to, what they've been so far been able to experience, and the stories perhaps they will share when they return. Our heritage games and our effort to preserve them seems to occupy the attention of the National Cultural Foundation, so much so that they're having a teachers training seminar. We'll get details about that seminar this morning as well. And the regathering continues to pick up pace in St. Philip. As you know, this month is the month of St. Philip, and under the theme Sugar, they'll tell us a little bit about what happened last weekend and what we can expect all week this week as we continue to gather in the parish of St. Philip. But I'm waiting on your call to tell me, A is the brother of B, B is the brother of C, C is the father of D, but how is D related to A? I will not resile from this question until you give me a call and you give me an answer. 228-5562 or 228-5563. They are related, but I want to know how is D related to A. See if you can trace it all the way, but I think it's easy. I think it is so easy. If you follow the equation, listen again. A is the brother of B. B is the brother of C. C is the father of D. Y'all ever worked this out yet? So therefore, how is D related to A? Think of yourself. A is the brother of B. B is the brother of C. And then C became the father of D. So how is D related to A? Good morning. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. And you?
Oh, you're very welcome. And I'm well, thank you for asking. Who's calling?
Hetty.
Say the first name again.
Hetty.
Okay, Hetty. And so Hetty, where are you watching from?
Christchurch.
Or Hetty of Christchurch. Hetty of Christchurch, did you have a really good weekend?
Yes.
Did you get around to any of the crop over activities this weekend?
No.
And Hetty, why not?
I don't do crop over.
Oh, that's fair. I like your honesty. I love your honesty. So Hetty, what's your answer?
He's the nephew of A.
As in, A is D's uncle?
Yes.
Work this out for me.
Because there are three, A, B, and C are brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And C's son
Is D.
is A's nephew.
So C's son is D. So that automatically makes D the nephew of A.
Yes.
And that makes a lot of sense to you.
To me, yes.
To me too. You're, you're absolutely right, Hetty. Absolutely. I told you it was easy, didn't I?
Yes, it was.
Once you sit and you logically look at it, A
Yeah.
and B and C are brothers. D has a son called C has a son called D. So therefore D has to be the nephew of A.
That's right.
Simple Simon met the pieman. Thank you, Hetty. Thank you.
Thank you. Have
All
a good day.
Likewise to you. Thanks. Another question. This one is another difficult one. How is 7 different from the rest of the numbers between 1 and 10? How is 7 different from all the other numbers between 1 and 10? How is that different? How is 7 different from any of the other numbers between 1 and 10? Work that one out. 228-5562 or 228-5563 and call me. And of course, you must give me your explanation. So how is 7 different from the rest of the numbers between 1 and 10? How is 7 different? It is so obvious you are not going to imagine it just so. 228-5562 or 228-5563. How is 7 different from the rest of the numbers between 1 and 10? And I think I've almost given it all away. If you really listen very carefully, how is 7 different from all of the rest of the numbers between 1 and 10? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Those are the numbers for you to call. Good morning. Hello.
Peace be unto you, or good morning, a blessed week to you.
Thank you, Gail.
It has 2 syllables.
All right, Gail.
Thanks
You,
for-
Gail, I usually do my salutations, Gail. I then will ask you for an answer. Let me get through the salutations. So, Gail, how are you doing today?
I am thankful today, but I was disappointed on Friday because I answered the question right.
You know, that's not my fault. I apologize for that. So, what did you do on the weekend, Gail?
I wasn't feeling too well.
I'm so sorry to hear
Too
you.
much cheesecake and wine.
Too much celebration.
Yeah, so I had a headache.
Okay. But you're feeling better now?
Yes, I'm thankful
Wonderful.
for life.
And you're ready to take on this week and all of the possibilities, right?
Yes, please.
Good, Gail.
God's willing.
Amen indeed. So, Baitma, tell me your answer now. Let me hear your answer.
It has two syllables when spoken.
Okay. Okay. So, why is that different?
Because the others don't have syllables.
Then none of them has a syllable? Talk to me, Gail. Gail.
You're messing me up like that.
I'm not trying to mess you up. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You're saying to me that 7, the number 7 or the sound of 7, 2 syllables. Therefore what? Gail? Listen, let me help you, Gail. Because you're right. 7 is the only word, the only number between 1 and 10 that has 2 syllables. All of the others have just 1 syllable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All 1 syllable except for 7, 2 syllables. So that's the answer, Gail. I was only asking you to explain to me.
Yeah, because you want to mess me up like last week. I ain't saying no word.
Oh, you're being safe.
Just, have a blessed week.
Likewise to you.
Stay safe.
Thank you. Here, you too.
Bless Barbados.
All right, Gail. Bye-bye. God bless Barbados indeed. All right, folks. That's your fun for the morning, but there's a whole lot more fun straight ahead. Just stay with us. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 14 past the hour now. Last Friday, we took an opportunity to tease you a little bit about the Drop a Pack Purple Love Foundation, and you only just got a taste, and so we thought we should have her back for sure to share more extensively on what she does. Her name is Sherry-Ann Ogertson. She's the founder of Drop a Pack Purple Love Foundation. And Sherry-Ann, again, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Pearson, and to Barbados.
Indeed, so welcome. Sherry-Ann, by the way, is part of our family online. When Sherry-Ann joins us, she comments on our page on Facebook. So it's really good to put a face to the name indeed.
Yes.
Now tell me a little bit about Drop a Pack Purple Love Foundation.
Well, it was founded in 2020 in the pandemic time. What we did, I saw a very small ad in the paper, and I told my friend, let's buy these products, which was personal hygiene products for shelter through the family planning. So we bought those and we took them down, and it was like, this is what I always wanted to do. This is something I wanted to do from young. So, but God's vision was not my vision at that time, because the United Hands, many hands, One Strength was supposed to be the name of the charity. But one night God just dropped drop a pat in my head. And I love purple. So I Purple Love Foundation. And purple is royalty and love to me, giving, sharing, you know. So we started that and we collected items, and our first presentation was back to the family planning as well. So that's how it was birthed. And this is our 5th year. We got registered in 2021, but we are celebrating 5 years this year. And this year, that's a nutshell in it.
And so far, so good.
So far, so good.
How are you able to do what you do? By support from people generally?
Well, mainly my colleagues at work, my friends and family, and yeah, mostly that. But we need more assistance. Yeah.
Because the need is great.
The need is very great. Very great.
How do you identify the need? How are you able to spot the need?
Well, the first time we used to just give like that. But somehow schools came into play because we got to realize that the need at schools are very, very great. So we went into the schools. I saw 2 guidance counselors, and they were very happy with what we were doing. And then that's how it flourished into schools. So we started off with, I think we started off with 2 schools the first time, and then we ended up having 5, and now we have 8 this year.
But being able to manage the need, though, is that difficult?
Somehow God works it out.
Your faith
Somehow we're a small foundation, but we are powerful when we give, when we get out there. People do come together, especially my friends and stuff, and my online followers, they really come and help out as well.
And that's good, to be able to give and not want is a fantastic place to be. And so you're still needing because you're still giving, and there are a number of schools that you focused on this year.
Yes.
Can you list for us those schools?
If I can remember at the top of my head.
To remember. But how many schools do you think there are?
There are 8 this year.
8 schools,
yes.
And you're primarily trying to pull together resources for girls.
Well, boys.
Boys
too.
as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the fundraising we are having, that is to pay petty fees and school fees. We are not just doing girls.
Okay.
So we are looking for the 5 most vulnerable children from each of those schools to pay their school fees, so that they won't have to worry about that for the year.
So who tells you who is the most vulnerable? The guidance counselors do that with you, so they work with you?
Yes.
Okay. And I know you're looking particularly at Dighton Griffith, the Graydon Seeley, Ann Hill Schools, the Foundation Secondary School, Parkinson Memorial, the Ellerslie School, Springer Memorial, and the Frederick Smith Secondary Schools. So secondary schools are occupying your focus right now.
Yes.
And you're trying just simply to have enough in the pocket to be able to pay their petty fees, which is so critical because it helps support them with their educational material that they need. And so how can people watching today help you?
Well, with the fundraising, they can come out to the Sip and Paint event, and that would be a donation of $150. If you can't make the event, still do the donation.
Yes.
And, you know, that will cover the cost of, so we're doing 40 children this year, and that will cover the cost. And any overflow, we will be able to still do some more supplies to give to other schools.
Okay, so the Sip and Paint is one of your major fundraising activities.
This is our first one, yes.
Your first big major fundraising activity.
Yes.
When is it?
It's on the 26th of July, and that is at Guardian General Insurance Company.
In Cullimore Rock.
In Cullimore Rock.
Yes.
We're having the Red Room, and so that's at the back. Right. And then it's from 5 to 8.
From 5 to 8?
Yes.
Do we need to reserve our space?
Yes. Because I said I want everybody to come, but I remember the Red Room can only hold a certain amount of people. But if we can get like 50 people, that will help cover the cost of what we want to do.
Your initial injection, folks, is $150, $150, and so it's a really wonderful exercise, I think, sipping and painting and socializing and just bringing out your creativity. You'll be stunned at what you can have at the end of it.
And the lady that is doing the Sip and Paint, her name is Lisa Spart. She's a wonderful artist. And I know if you come, you will truly enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Gentlemen, this is not just for ladies. This is for everyone. All genders involved, indeed. And so we want you to come be a part of it, indeed. It's on the 26th of the month, 26th of July. at the recreational room at Guardian General on Collymore Rock. Now, if you need to reserve your space now, you can simply call 238-9603. 238-9603, and or send an email to dropapack, all one word, dropapackplf at gmail.com. dropapackplf@gmail.com. And so every cent goes towards being able to empower our nation's children in these 8 secondary schools where there is a great need indeed. And there are about 50 or so children you're attempting 40 children you're attempting to help. And so we want to help them in a very meaningful way through the Drop a Pack Purple Love Foundation, led by Sherry Ann.
I'm Pearson, and the flyer you just saw there, that's the back to school where we are collecting also personal hygiene products or back to school items. So this initiative came about, we had some bags and we asked everyone to take either 1 or 2 and they will fill them with these products. So that, as I told you, the funds from the event now will go totally to the
petty fees.
Petty fees.
So how is that one working now? The
to
one
tell
with
the truth,
the back to school.
we got about 7 bags back so far. So I am hoping that all the bags will get filled.
Yes.
So
how does it work? Walk me through what
you can call me.
Call you at the same number we just gave.
Yes. And we can make arrangements how you can get these bags.
So you're asking folks to have the bag.
Yes.
Fill the bag with
personal hygiene products or back to school items.
Right.
Yeah.
Things that you think a secondary school student would need.
Well, a primary school for
as
this.
Well?
Yes, this one for sure. This
the
is
back to school is for any school?
Yes.
Okay.
But the petty fees are for the secondary
I got
schools.
you. Petty fees are that's the sip and paint for the secondary school. The general back to school is for any child of either primary or secondary school, their needs, whether it's art supplies and other forms of supplies as well, but books are critical, stationery generally, very, very critical indeed. So call Sherry Ann on 238-9603, 238-9603. She'll provide you with a bag. You fill the bag with love for the children. And let's see those children accentuate, let's see them become their best selves through education. And that's how Barbados has been built, through education. And so we want you to be able to be a part of it as well. And so we encourage you to be a part of the Back to School Drive as led by the Drop a Pack Purple Love Foundation, which is a non-profitable organization. So if I want, and I can't because I don't have the time to do all of that you've just asked, and we want to still make a donation, how can we do so?
Right. You have the bank account.
Okay, tell me.
You can transfer the funds there, or call me again, and we can make arrangements. Usually you can come to my office, which is Guardian General Insurance, and you can drop it off there for us.
So we can come to Guardian General, drop it off to you.
Yes.
Or we can make the donation in the bank account, into the bank account at Royal Bank of Canada.
Yes.
On Broad Street.
Yes.
The account information is 109-6379, 109-6379 with a transit code 09435. And you don't have to be in Barbados to be a part of this. You can be anywhere in the world and make your transfers in. You know how to reach Sherry Ann, then make your donations indeed. Remember her number, 238-9603, or send an email to dropapackplf@gmail.com. Everything you do goes to the needs of those children indeed. And so we want to thank you already for that. Sherry Ann, I thank you too. And this you do on your own?
Well, I have
Or
my
the small
friends.
group?
It's a small group, you know.
Okay.
They really come together and help me when the need is available.
Great. Yeah.
Yes.
So 5 years she's been doing this now. We salute you on this, Sherry Ann.
Thank you.
And your wonderful effort of love to the nation's children.
Yes.
May it go on forever.
May it go on.
Indeed. Thank you so very much indeed.
You're welcome.
Sherry Ann Oggertson, the founder of Drop a Pack Purple Love Foundation, just asking all of us to pull from within, pull from our heart to supply for the need of those children in our schools. The petty fees through the sip and paint activity, which happens on the 26th of July in the recreational room at Guardian General on Collymore Rock from about 5 in the afternoon but you need to reserve your space, NOW. So do call her on 238-9603, and reserve your space. If you want to be a part of the back to school drive, you can also call that same number. She'll supply you with a bag. You fill the bag with the needs of children, primary and secondary school stationery and back to school supplies. That's what we're looking for. And of course, if you want to make a cash donation, you can also contact her on the same number, or you can make arrangements through Royal Bank of Canada to make your donation. And to all of that, we say thanks as well. Thank you, Sherry, and all the best.
Thank you.
All right, we're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories, and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we are...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's 6:30 in Barbados this Monday morning. It's wonderful how the arts can bridge people from here and there together through music and a whole lot more. And so we have a bit of a British invasion as we're joined from the principals and the students of the Street Vibes Academy and other schools as well, as they partner with students to expose them to what we have to offer here in Barbados. And we're excited today to have with me Sonia Ramana, who is a co-founder and the director of SV Academy, Street Vibes. With her is Evan Spooner, one of the students. Next to him is Jermaine Anan, Joy what? Joy?
Joy Sampewa.
Thank you. Indeed. And next to her is Reagan Kane. Welcome to Barbados.
Thank you, Person.
Would this be your first time, Sonia, bringing the children over?
It's actually our 4th trip here to Barbados. Our program's called Music Bridges Cultures. Every year we hold music workshops in the UK with a number of schools across London, and we select young people to come on this amazing musical exchange to Barbados to learn about the history and the culture and the musical heritage of Cropover and of Barbados in general.
So that's important to you, to understand the cultural differences.
Yes, and similarities. So what young people have in common across oceans, really.
Tell me about the academy.
So we specialise in supporting young people who've had a disrupted education, who have experienced different educational backgrounds, and supporting them to access and to achieve their potential. Yeah.
And so the techniques you use are just that, to unearth in them and unearth for all of us to see the other side, the fact that they are truly talented, and to be able to give them that platform for success from here on end. And so while you're here, what have you been doing?
So many things. And the young people can explain to you, but we've partnered with St Leonard's School, who have hosted us for this entire tour, and they've been teaching the young people a number of different things, which they'll explain in a moment. We've attended the opening of Cropover. We've attended Oistins, and we've been to many, many beaches.
Of course, the beach, after all, is important. And so, Evan, welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers to you too. Is this your first visit to Barbados?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh my gracious. What did you know about Barbados before your arrival?
I just know that it's probably going to be a hot country.
And is it?
Yeah.
No regrets, however, right?
No.
Because you'll get your tan, for sure.
Yeah.
But you would have heard about, did you hear about Barbados in the media at all? Anything about us?
Not really.
Not really,
No.
not really. So how has it been since you've arrived?
Yeah, it's been really good, thank you, sir. I've enjoyed it very much.
That's beautiful to hear.
Yeah.
What have you personally been doing?
So, just been to the beach, which has been very good. Like, the water's really nice and clear, so it's just kind of cool to go in. We've been to, we learned, the steel pans and stuff. That was pretty good. We've been to, the Cropover, the opening of the last canes and stuff. Oistins, I really enjoyed it because we got to sing and stuff.
Oh, really? You did karaoke?
Yeah.
Nice.
We done that at Worthing Square. So, yeah, that was pretty good. And I like enjoying and tasting the food as well. Yeah, that's really good.
And these are things you would not traditionally do at home?
I mean, I would eat food, but not always partying and stuff. But yeah, it's been really good.
That's wonderful to meet. And so what about you, Dad Jermaine? How has it been for you?
It's been wonderful.
Wow. What did you know about Barbados before your arrival?
That was like a calm and peaceful country.
And have you found it to be so?
Yeah, it's been wonderful, especially the music.
So you've got into our Cropover music, our soca music?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Would you tell others about us?
Yeah.
Of course. And so, on your return to the UK, who would you want to share the news about Barbados with?
Probably my family and friends.
What would you say? I'm curious.
There's a lot of young talent in Barbados, especially because we went to the Junior Monarchs and the semi-final, and we saw a lot of young talented singers
Is that now something you would want to take up?
No. I can never.
You don't want to sing. You don't mind playing pan or anything else, but you don't want to be a singer.
I don't mind.
You're a panist.
I mean, I could sing, but
not that kind of
not
music.
as good as them.
Perhaps you can eventually. So you play pan. Which pan do you play?
The steel pan.
Okay, the steel pan. But you know, there's a tenor pan, there's a bass pan. You know, those kinds of pans.
Yeah.
Which one do you play? Do you know?
I think it's the bass pan.
The bass pan. Okay, and you quite enjoy it.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the rehearsals that you've been doing with the school here in Barbados.
We was learning to play the song Sac Passe, I think.
Sac Passe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's right. But being able to, can you dance to it?
Yeah.
You're learning.
Yeah.
You're learning. Keep the rhythm, my brother. Keep the rhythm indeed. Joy. It must be so fun. They were watching you guys on the screen while the gentlemen were in front trying to keep the rhythm going so you get the rhythm to the beat indeed. Talk to me a little bit about your part and your wanting to be in Barbados. What did you know about us before?
Not much. I just knew that my best friend was from Barbados. That's all. Not really much.
Your best friend is from Barbados. And how did that happen, this relationship with a best friend? How did you meet? Is your best friend also living in the United Kingdom?
Yeah.
But from Barbados. And did they tell you about Barbados?
They have, but we don't really talk about it in London.
You're just from Barbados?
Yeah.
But having had a friendship with them made you curious about our island, right? So there it is now. You got a chance to land in Barbados. Was it everything that you thought it would have been?
I had no idea how it was going to be. So it was a pleasant surprise. It was really nice. Like, we went to obviously the delivery of the last canes, where I sang. That's why my voice is kind of gone. I sang, I danced, and we did karaoke, and it was really good. And obviously we went to the St. Leonard's School.
Yes.
Where I feel like everyone was so friendly. It was fun to like learn how to do the pan. I did the bass pan as well. It was really good.
That's fantastic to hear. And so you have absolutely no regrets about being here.
No regrets.
You do it again.
100%.
Of course, 100%. So at school in the UK, what is it that you focus on?
I focus on main subjects, like obviously the first English, science, maths, geography, Spanish.
So much.
Health and social care. Yeah, mostly that.
So much, right? But that's part of growing up indeed. And so, how long are you here for?
2 weeks.
Oh, and this is week 1?
Tonight.
All of you leaving tonight?
Yeah.
Yes, you heard it, right? Sadly indeed. And so now that you're prepared to leave, I'm sure that there is that, as Kane would have said, that part of you, everyone would have said, that part of you that is so sad.
Yeah, I don't want to go, especially yesterday. We went to the beach with the St. Leonard's guys. Everyone was so friendly, shout, Kez. But it was really nice. I don't want to leave. I want to live here.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, that's wonderful. We will welcome you in a minute, Joy, with that last name. Indeed. Reagan, we saw you in the video playing pan.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was a great experience, just learning all the different musical cultures. I was quite good at the tenor pan. Yeah, I really enjoyed every second of it. I'm really thankful I got selected for this trip.
Fantastic. Yeah. Was playing soca on the steel pan something new to you?
Yeah, very, very different, because like I only really played a bit of guitar when I was younger, so yeah, very, very different, but I enjoyed every second of it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Would you play it when you get back to the UK?
Yeah, but obviously they're very expensive to buy, but if I was to get one, I'd 100% practice.
Yes, yes. Yeah. But that's what we do here. There we look at yourself, and you're actually dancing. Yeah. Did that surprise you that you actually got into the music?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it here. Made all new memories, all these new people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. Did any of you do the culinary classes? None of you did? Any cooking or anything like that?
Yeah, we did cooking.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Last week Thursday, I think it was. Yeah, we cooked like burgers. I forgot what it was called. Breadfruit.
Oh, my boy here knows. Evan knows for sure. Breadfruit chips. You did that. How was it?
Yeah, it was actually good.
It's delicious.
Yeah, they tasted nice as well. Yeah.
I'm telling you, boy. You should live here. If you live here long enough, you will enjoy our foods. So the breadfruit chips you enjoyed. What else did you enjoy?
I mean, I I mean, the drinks are like pretty different here. Like they're sweet and stuff, so that's pretty nice. I like just like, I mean, the fruits. Some of them are the same in the UK, but they taste nicer because it's in a different country. But yeah, I just like it all here.
There's the sugar cane. I'm not sure if they got a chance to sample our sugar cane. Yeah, boy, you're going to love it while you're here.
Yeah.
Jimmy, what about you? Is there any food in particular that you fell in love with?
The fish.
Aha, which one?
I don't know what it's called, but when we went to Oystins, we tried, like I said dolphin, but I'm not sure what it was.
That's right. You guys call it mahi-mahi. But dolphin, yes, it is well seasoned, well fried, well barbecued. Oh, it's delicious.
Very juicy as well.
Yeah, it's great food indeed. That's great. What about you, Joy?
It's not like hearts, but I didn't really like the red fruit.
That's okay.
Um,
And there are many ways we do breadfruit, by the way, not just in chips.
Fair enough. But I feel like the food I liked the most was going to Chefette for the first time. Chefette. I tried, I only tried the chicken because I love chicken, but it was really good.
You're sounding so Bajan already because that's one of the favorite places in Barbados for a lot of Barbadians, Chefette. There are many people who travel the world just to enjoy Chefette and to know that you do as well, which is fantastic indeed. And so what about you, Reagan? Which beach did you enjoy?
There was this one right next to our accommodation. I forgot what it was called.
Oh, Bats Rock.
Yeah, Bats Rock was really nice. Yeah, just like play fire with my friends. It was really good. We went to a good few beaches. I don't remember the names of them, but yesterday we went to a really rocky one. That was great. Obviously with the St. Leonard's guys, made new friends, playing in the water. Great.
Nice. That's right. And that's the purpose of this exchange, isn't it?
It's also about exchanging ideas and seeing how we can, as part of the We Gathering programme even, help give back to the island as well. So separate from the school, we've developed a software that we're hoping to introduce to schools in Barbados as part of We Gathering, working with the Ministry of Education. We're really hopeful that we can come and we can help share some of our expertise that we've developed over the 20 years that we've been running a school in London.
That's brilliant. And we thank you. We sincerely thank you. We thank each of you indeed. I wish you all a safe flight. I know, let your tears bring you back. Sail on those waters of emotions and come back. We're happy to have you. And we actually got my boy Jermaine to smile, which is good. Jermaine is such a serious young man, but he got to smile. And I hope, Evan, that you find those breadfruit chips. I think there might be some at the airport that you can buy before you leave, that you can take back as samples for your relatives and friends as well.
Yeah, hopefully.
My fingers are crossed for you, my brother. Indeed. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And Joy? Relocate, relocate, relocate.
Wait for me, I'm coming.
Oh, I'm waiting for you. Indeed. And so wonderful to meet you, Reagan. All the best to each of you. Continue playing pan. Let the music bridge yourselves and us. And we will have a happy union here. You guys are brilliant ambassadors for yourselves and your family and your school. And I wish you well with all of your future endeavors, okay? Thank you. And thank you so much, Sonia, as well. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted? Email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
12 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock. I get a chance to sit still with these youngsters from the United Kingdom on the island through a cultural exchange, bridging the music indeed and using the arts as a bridge across the seas. And so joining me also this morning is Orlando Clement. Who is the man? He's one of the co-founders and he's the president of SV Academy. Orlando, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to see you again. You brought along with you Arthur Jurist, one of the students. Arthur, morning.
Well, good morning.
Good boy. Chloe Baker is in the corner there. Chloe, morning.
Morning.
Good girl. Across from us is Denir Oki.
Good morning.
Did I say that last name correctly?
Yes.
Good man. And also Safar Akang. Welcome to Barbados, all of you. All of you. And you know, as we were playing that piece just now before we came back to Morning Barbados set live, you should have seen them partying. They still have the vibe within. And that is so wonderful to know, Orlando, that they feel the spirit, they caught the energy.
Yes, they did. I mean, this is one of the reasons why we do this. This is our 4th year that we're doing it. And each year we learn a bit more. Our partnerships that we have in Barbados, they get to really understand the vision. And, you know, and right now everyone is perfect.
Yes.
Is absolutely perfect. I mean, they did quite a lot this year. Some normal, what we do every year with St. Leonard's Boys. Again, really thank you. They're lovely, talented young people, and
Yes,
as I say that, and the teachers there are amazing. You mentioned they did our cooking in the last group, and that was with the principal. He actually, and that was amazing that the principal there did a workshop with them.
Yes.
We did British High Consulate, we went there as well, which we do each year, and they had a tour of there and get an understanding of what the UK does in the Caribbean, in the region of the Caribbean. And, you know, moving into Oistins and seeing that cultural, eating culture, having food there and seeing culturally, like, you know, like Mother Sally and the Tup Band and all of that stuff. You know, it's, for me, it's something that is a life-changing moment because in the UK, it's all right seeing it on TV, but being here
to be a part of it,
being part of it, and seeing it in real life is completely different. I think all my young people would agree with me that that they've had the most amazing time here in Barbados, and the welcoming that they had from the time at the airport to this point has been amazing.
That's fantastic. Arthur, you're still buzzing with the excitement from all of this, right?
Yeah, I love the like culture here, the music.
You really do?
Yeah, it's amazing.
What about it do you like so much?
I mean, I like that it's always like a party vibe, do you know what I mean? Like, especially like the soca music, it's always very upbeat. And like I love this one singer, Orlando Perez. He's my favourite.
Wonderful.
Does one of my favourite songs, Go Whining So.
Yeah, he even knows the titles. This is fantastic. And you learned all of this in these 2 weeks you were here?
Yeah.
Boy, and I can imagine the stories you'll tell when you get home.
Oh, my mum's not ready.
She will be soon. She will be indeed. Did any parents or any of the other adults come along with them from the families?
No, but they're in contact with their parents on a daily basis, and we share photos and videos.
So that
on the daily basis.
They're safe. Your children are safe indeed. Arthur's well indeed. And so this is wonderful to have you on Barbados. Chloe, you two were bursting with energy to the vibe of the music. You thoroughly enjoyed yourself.
Yes, I love it out here.
Was this your first time?
Yeah.
So wow, would you come again?
100%.
100%. What about Barbados did you love most?
I like the party vibe of it, same with Arthur, because it's so different to the UK, and it's just, everyone's so kind out here.
On Saturday, did you go to the opening festival in town, in Bridgetown, where you saw the street parade and the performances and so forth? Or did you see the street parade?
I think we did, yeah.
Oh, because that's just a part of what we do. And if you stick around long enough and you come back soon enough, you'll be a part of the big carnival. Well, we call it Crop Over Kadumit, which is where we're on the streets all day long and we're just partying non-stop. I know Arthur's excited about that if he's here as well. You know, and you get to hear all of the music played as it goes too. And so, what is it you think? Did you do the cooking as well?
Yeah.
Really? How was that?
I loved it. It was amazing to see how Asian food is cooked and even taste it throughout.
So what did you taste?
Breadfruit. I love it. And then also we pickled cucumbers. We made a salad.
Oh, nice.
Bajan sauce and marbu.
Mai, the fish. That was it, am I right? Okay, good. That's fantastic, Chloe. So you've done, would you take any of the recipes you've learned here back to the United Kingdom?
Yeah.
Which one? The breadfruit?
Yeah.
I thought so too. I thought so, indeed. And so what about you, Danier? How was it for you?
Very good.
Yeah? What did you enjoy most?
Like seeing all the colours and how vibrant it is.
It is, yeah. There's such an energy to our little island. Do you know we're only 166 square miles? Very tiny. Wow. Did you know that?
No.
But we feel big because that's the way we are. We're big. And so being in Barbados, and would this have been the first time for you as well?
Yes.
Did you read about us before?
No, I didn't know anything.
So you just came with an open mind to experience whatever it is?
Yes.
But it's been hot, right?
Yeah.
But you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Pardon me?
I'm fine with the heat.
You just don't like the heat?
It's okay.
It's okay. What about the beaches?
The beaches are very nice. Like the oceans are very clear and it's really blue.
Yeah. So it's everything you ever dreamt of, right? As a destination.
Yeah.
Would you share it with your friends on your return?
Yes.
Fantastic. We thank you for that indeed. Miss Akang, I love your last name to begin with. What's the origin?
It's Chinese.
Chinese?
Yeah.
Wow, that must mean so much to you to know that you have a rich heritage.
Yeah, I'm from like a lot of places, you know, but it's from my granddad's side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Knowing about Barbados, everyone says, no, I didn't know about this before. Did you know about Barbados before arriving?
Not really, no.
You too?
Yeah.
But what was your experience once the plane landed and you stepped outside and looked around? What was the first thing that crossed your mind?
The humidity.
But once you settled with the humidity and you know that's the way it's going to be, did you fall in love with the island?
Yeah, like it's really nice here. I feel like everyone sort of like knows to have fun, you know? Like it's just like, and people are like bold here, like more confident in that. Like in the UK, I feel like people are too nervous to like do stuff or like have fun like here, you know? It's different.
But we're bold enough to have fun.
Yeah.
And to speak to you and to engage with you and do all of those kinds of things. Did you get a chance to go to Oystons?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was really fun.
Yeah?
If I come back, I'll definitely go again.
Nice. I know you will. For sure, Arthur will indeed. Pan is what you play in the UK as well, Arthur?
No, I play guitar in the UK.
You play guitar. Did you play guitar while here or did you also sample the pan, playing pan?
Here I didn't play any guitar because there was none, but I played the bass pan.
And how was that?
It was really fun, actually, and I feel like the music we learned, the Sac Passe song, I feel like that was really fun.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, but the only thing was the changes. So we had to go from one beat to another, and it was hard to hear the changes, and that's the only issue I had, really.
But that's okay. Your ears will become accustomed, and you'll recognize when those changes are coming. Chloe, what about you?
In the UK, I play piano.
Mm-hmm.
I've not really done that here, but I've done more singing and karaoke. And when we were doing steel pans, I was playing tenor and double tenor. I love them both.
Wow.
But it's more difficult for me to memorize it because I've always just read off sheet music and notation.
Right.
And having to watch someone play and then copy it, it's just, but it's still an amazing instrument to learn.
It is, and it was it was discovered in the Caribbean. We're the originators of the pan, Trinidad, but it's played right across the Caribbean as well. Danair, what about you in playing the pan?
It was very good. In the UK, I played piano, trumpet and saxophone.
Ooh, you're multi-talented, very gifted indeed. And so you had to put those aside for just a moment and to take up the pan.
Yeah.
Was it difficult to do?
It was actually like a bit simple because I play by ear so I can remember stuff very well.
Nice. So now you think you have the passe and where to hit. Nice, well done. Miss Akang.
Yeah, I've done the tenor and the bass.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, it's hard to like hear like when the beat changes.
Okay.
But like it was fun because like we had like good teachers, the St. Leonard's boys. They were really good at it.
Yes.
So it was fun.
They were dancing to keep you in the rhythm, to keep you in the beat, and that's what we do. That's how we do it here. So you feel the pulse, the passion is what really, really drives the music. You know, you get caught up in the beat and the passion, girl. And once you get the passion, the beat falls in line. Everything falls in line indeed. And so Orlando, that's what it's about. Yes, this is the cultural exchange. They get to meet the people. They get to understand who we are. We get to appreciate them as well. And so this will continue?
It will continue. As you know, I'm originally from Barbados. And being a principal in England over 20 odd years now, and I've always wanted to somehow give back, and not just give back, but have my young people in England have an idea of what being in Barbados and growing up in Barbados, a young person their age now, hence the reason why we went to St. Leonard's, get that experience and see the differences, because there's vast differences we're talking about. And as my colleague mentioned earlier with there's lots of reforms and stuff going on in Barbados, a lot of changes. Barbados is quite big on international, right now they're all over on the news because of a lot of the things, really good things that they're doing, leaders in fact. And I wanted to really be us to be part of that, my school to be part of that, and me as part of the, eventually want to be back in Barbados, actually contribute back to all of this, what's happening. And this is the best way that I can see to it. So we have already planned for next year, and that's happening. Hopefully we'll have new group of young, and these young people will be able to tell those ones.
Exactly.
And they did have vetting before. We went through the rules, everything. So we had workshops and all that in London before to understand Barbados and what Barbados is about. So they say they didn't know, but they actually
That's all right. But they fell in love. They understood.
They fell in love.
We're simple.
Yeah.
We're easy to follow. Very easy to live in Barbados. And so you knew you fell in line, and so you understood how we operate.
And soca music.
And
they play it.
Yeah.
On rotation.
That's
all
good.
the time. They love it.
That is great to hear. We love that. So Orlando, thank you so much for reaching across and continuing to bridge what we do with what you do there as well. And to give back to our island is absolutely fantastic. So to each of you students, good meeting you. I know you're going home tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or tonight?
Tonight.
Already packed?
Yeah.
Sadly, right? Sadly, you just wish it could be a bit longer next time. But you can make your way. Come over. We'd be happy to have you in Barbados indeed. But welcome to my little island. And thank you for taking back the passion of our island with you to share with those with whom you interact in the United Kingdom. Have yourselves a very safe trip and all of the best with your education going forward, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having us.
You're welcome, Orlando, as always. Morning Barbados breaks. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scald presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scald is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scald, a look into the future.
Our world today.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
A look at the news now. St. Bernard's Primary in St. Joseph will reopen to classes tomorrow, Tuesday, following its closure for industrial cleaning after some students displayed some concerning symptoms. We get more details now in this Kent Jerson report.
According to a statement from the Education Ministry, on June 27th, it was informed by the principal of St. Bernard's Primary that 4 members of one class displayed the following symptoms: a rash and peeling skin on their hands. It says the principal was advised to have the parents and guardians of the other students in the class collect their children and take them to be medically assessed. Furthermore, on July 2nd, after a team from the ministry met with the school's staff to hear their concerns and get a deeper understanding of the situation, a visit by personnel from the Environmental Health Department was arranged for the following day. As a result of that visit, by 2 members of the Environmental Health Department, along with 2 nurses from the Maurice Bayer Polyclinic, 5 other students were observed with the same symptoms. The statement says, as a consequence, the Chief Medical Officer, the Most Honorable Dr. Kenneth George, was informed, and while given the assurance that he will investigate further, he also advised that an industrial cleaning of the school be undertaken. The Education Ministry says that cleaning was done on July 3rd and 4th. The Education Ministry says the school will open July 7th for all staff and students, with Chief Medical Officer and the Chief Education Officer, along with their respective teams, meeting with the staff at 8:45 in the morning. Kent Jerson, CBC News.
Well, Cabinet has approved Barbados' 2025 Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise Strategy. Minister of Energy and Business, Senator Lisa Cummins, says it means that Barbados now has a national framework for investment in the development of and support for the MSME sector. She made the announcement at the opening of the Fund Access Keeping It Real video series forum in celebration of World Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Day 2025.
Who are fund access, small business and trust loan clients. Through that strategy, we intend to have a roadmap. That roadmap is meant to say to each and every agency what we are doing year on year on year in support of our small businesses. Through the Small Business Association, we also have work which is underway with support of the Central Bank, which is to update the 2016 study on the size of the small business sector. As at 2016, we knew that it was close to 98% of the entire business sector was in the micro, small, and medium-sized category. Now in 2025, we expect to have the benefit of that additional research, which gives us an updated approach.
Minister Cummins says government also intends to roll out support programs for the micro, small and medium-sized enterprises in the near future, and she's calling on owners of large businesses to support small enterprises, especially by giving them a space on their shelves.
Fixed spaces like these, supermarket shelves, retail shelves, they are a place for global business, but they are also a place for small and local business. And I want to encourage our business community to rally around the support and the development initiatives that are being undertaken by all of the development agencies to ensure that we have businesses that are not world-class in name, but world-class in deed, and that we are able to put businesses on the map right here in Barbados, especially as we talk about prices, we talk about affordability. How do we support those who are right here at home and put them in a position where their businesses are able to grow?
Consumers are paying less for gasoline and diesel, while the price of kerosene remains unchanged effective midnight last night. According to the release from the Government Information Service, gasoline is $3.92 a litre, a reduction of a cent, and diesel is retailing at $3.22 a litre, a drop of 5 cents. Kerosene continues to be sold at $1.27 a litre. The price of liquefied petroleum gas has also been adjusted. The 100-pound cylinder is $173.53. The 25-pound cylinder, $48.48. The 22-pound cylinder, $42.83. And the 20-pound cylinder, $38.94. Sports now, Australia overwhelmed the West Indies by 133 runs yesterday in the second test in Grenada to take an unassailable 2-0 lead in the series with one match remaining. The Aussies dominated despite a promising morning for Windies as Shamar Joseph took a bit of a hope with a superb 4 wickets haul to dismiss the Australians for 243. However, set 277 for victory, the West Indies slumped to 143 all out. Mitchell Stark took 3 for 24, Nathan Lyons 3 for 42. Here are the highlights. And so that's the way the cookie crumbled. It's now 10 after 7. We'll take a break. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Yeah, how morning has broken today, but if it is already quite sunny, you know it's going to get hotter. And if it's not yet quite sunny, then it might be all right. But it's the hurricane season. I hope you've taken time to prepare for the changing weather conditions that would happen. One moment we're good in terms of the sun and dryness, and the next minute downpours galore. But that's the season when it happens indeed. And so we just want to remind you that it's also the time while the sun is up to make hay. In other words, make your preparations. Start your stocking up of the essentials as you know what you need to have. Look around and trim those trees, but call the light and power. If there are power lines in their way, call the light and power. They're not official tree trimmers, but they want you to be careful. Let them guide you on what you should do indeed. But certainly get yourself prepared. And a part of that preparation is also ensuring your property's insurance policies are up to date. So that is important indeed. We tend over time as people go, we put things here and there. And then when we absolutely need them, then we're all pulling down the house to find them. That would probably be your birth certificate, your passport, those essential documents. Perhaps it's a good time for you now to put them together, pull them together, put them together, and put them into a waterproof plastic receptacle, so to speak, whether it's a little Ziploc bag or something. But begin to identify where they are and pull them together so that you have them when you absolutely need them. To a lot of our seniors who are on medication as well, you might just want to check and make sure your medication prescriptions are up to date. and that you do have adequate supplies if you need to run, move at the moment's notice indeed. So make sure all of those things, I don't need to tell you what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You know that hurricane season comes like a birthday every time of year, this time of year. And so therefore you need to do all that you need to do to be prepared. You know, there's some lovely little generators now that they have on sale that can actually keep you powered for a little while. So perhaps you might want to consider making an investment in a generator today. And so thoughts, things you can consider. But it's also crop over season. And I took the trip down to the opening gala on the weekend. A number of you did as well. It was good seeing and interacting with a number of you as well. And so as you made your way across the park, there were so many different installations of different things going on. Commercial activity was really in full swing then. From Bajan food to Bajan arts and craft, there were people doing sketching of arts from a phone. So there were many different things that were actually happening there as well. I saw that the Barbados Food and Rum, their actual tent was full, I mean packed to capacity, as many people had the opportunity to sample different foods as done by the chefs of Barbados. I mean, it was really, really good. And people stayed the whole night, practically partying their life away. But the whole celebration would have started, I remember I saw the parade as it entered Queen's Park. It left from Freedom Square and it made its way all the way through, snaking its way up St. Michael's Road into Queen's Park, the children on stilts and so forth. It was really quite a celebration. But that celebration was there for a reason, because our crop has come to an end. And so part of what we do to celebrate crop over, in celebration of crop over, is to take a look at the delivery of the last canes. And then they are blessed by the Sons of God's Apostolic Church. So let's take a look at that and what happened on stage on Saturday.
We thank God that we are here again another year to give God thanks. Thanks for our lives being kept and spared for this very hour. And thanks to God, because without Him we can do nothing. All our work is lost unless God blesses the deed. So we have come here to give God thanks and offer up the canes of the festival when sugar was king. Most of us would not remember those days, but we still give God thanks because it is still a vibrant industry in our country. And we give God thanks for all the other industries that keep our country rolling on, because it is He who the earth belongs to. For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. I now turn you over to our Archdeacon that he may present our evening program.
We plow the fields and sky, the good seed on the land, good seed on the, and it is fed and watered. And God's almighty hand. He says the snow in winter. The breezes and the sunshine, the breezes and the sun, a soft refreshing wind, soft refresh, all God gets around us. Sent from heaven above. Thank the Lord, oh thank the Lord. We thank thee then, oh Father, for all things but God, for our have our food. Powerful, accept the gifts we offer. The gifts we offer. And what I love and what the most desires. The most desire our humble, thankful hearts. Thankful, all good gifts around us. I sent from heaven above. Thank the Lord, oh thank the Lord. Lord, oh thank for all his love, for all his love. The beloved matron Harriet shall now give us a short prayer in Jesus' holy name.
Giving you thanks for another season, another crop season. We thank you for your blessings. We thank you, Lord, for everything you have bestowed upon this country. Everyone that put their hand to the spindle, I pray they will prosper in all their ways. Remember this audience this afternoon, Holy Father. I am asking you for your blessings upon them. Those, oh God, that are sick, I ask you, oh Father, that you will touch them in their pains. I pray you will strengthen them, Holy Jesus. Remember the youth, oh God. Help them to become productive citizens of their country. I pray, oh God, that they will seek thee and serve thee, that their names may be written in the Lamb's Book of Life. Holy Father, I come to thee another time, asking thee, Lord, for thy blessings upon this country, in no other name but in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Oh, we come together to give God thanks, give thanks to Jesus. Oh, we come together to give God thanks. Oh, we come together to give God thanks. Oh, we come together to give God thanks. Oh, clap your hands and your oh, believer, raise your voices high. There you know the reason I come to praise the Lord. I don't know what you come to do, but I know what I come to do. I come to praise the Lord. Oh, children, I don't know what you come to do, but I know I come to praise. Oh, praise the Lord. Clap your hands, stamp your feet, raise your My God is a good God. Yes, He is. My God is a good God. Oh, He lift me up and He turn me around and He plant feet on a solid rock. My God is a good God. My God is a good God. What you think about Jesus is alright. What you think about Jesus? Oh, what you think about Jesus? What you think about Jesus? Oh, believer, what you think about Jesus? What you think about Jesus? Oh, believer, what you think about Jesus? What you think about Jesus? Oh, what you think about Jesus? What you think about Jesus? Jesus said, I'm walking a very land. Jesus said, I'm walking a very land. Oh, shelter me. Oh, shelter me. Oh, shelter me. Oh, shelter me, Lord. Jesus said, I'm walking a very land. Jesus said, I'm walking a very land. Oh, shelter me. Jesus said, I'm walking a very land. Jesus said, I'm walking a very land. Oh, shelter me. Shelter me, Lord, in the time of storm. God's blessings be upon you. And we pray, Almighty God, that we have an accident-free, an incident-free crop over. Put down the weapons. Life is made for living. And give God the glory. In all the ways, acknowledge Him. And He promised to direct our path. So may God bless you. Brother, clasp the hand of brother. And step faceless through the night. May God bless you. Have a blessed crop over in the name of the Lord. Amen.
And to that we all say amen indeed. And so that's the Sons of God Apostolic Spiritual Baptist Church as they blessed the opening of Crop Over for 2025. Love the priestly garbs. They were so beautiful indeed. What I also enjoyed was watching the ladies, how they dipped at the name of Jesus. Every knee should bow. And so they dipped a little everything Jesus was said. It was beautiful to watch it, behold indeed. But that's a part of our culture. That's a part of what we do. We'll take a look after this break at another part of our culture, how we preserve some of our games. We'll talk about that right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and
morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
7:30 in Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, preserving our heritage and really taking note of what our heritage means. And that also includes not just our genealogy, but the games we play. And perhaps in your study of our genealogy, you discover that you had some geniuses in some of the games that we've played indeed. And so the National Cultural Foundation is embarked on teaching the teachers, training the teachers indeed. And one of those who's coordinating all of this is Rosalind Thomas, and she is part of the Heritage Games activity put on by the National Cultural Foundation. So this morning we say, morning to you, Miss Thomas.
Morning, Pearson. Morning, Barbados.
Thank you for joining us this morning. You are the coordinator of this teaching of the teachers seminar. Talk to me a little bit about the relevance of this activity.
It is quite relevant. If you think in terms of what our heritage means, you look at all aspects of life as it relates to what shapes Barbados. Obviously, recreation and games must be included. So what we've found is that over the years, the heritage games, the knowledge of them may have been lost a bit because since the 1980s, individuals will not have played potter in schools because in came electronic games and those went out through the window. Outside of, I'm sure you're aware, Pearson, of seeing older men play Warrior in Spicestown, around the town, in the Esplanade and so on.
Yes.
Various other fishing villages in Barbados. They used to play way back, and then all of a sudden, we never saw them again. So there are quite a few persons in Barbados who may have heard of Wari. Many of them have never heard of Potter. So the whole idea about getting back to this is that it is something which is wholesome recreation, and it also comes with a package of education and value.
Yes.
So it's something good to bring back.
Absolutely. I mean, and to think of it, these are games that were designed and developed by our ancestors for us, by us, played by our people. And so we've become so commercial in our efforts, we've become so distant from our past that it's unfortunate, but the tide is changing. And so this effort is part of that tide, to be able to return ourselves to those values, return ourselves to those principles that were espoused in those games. And so talk to me about how this seminar, or these seminars, are going to unfold, and for who will those seminars be?
Well, any individual who is over 18 years old and desires of being trained to teach others, that's the emphasis. Because you know that because somebody knows a particular subject does not make them capable of teaching another person or passing it on in a way that everything is covered. And for these games, it's more than just being able to know how to play. It has to do with knowing the history and the flesh around the sea then. To be able to help persons to be able to speak properly about the games, help to teach not only young ones, but older ones again. So coming up next week, the 14th of July, in the evening, the 14th, 15th, and 16th. So that's from Monday to Wednesday.
Yes.
In Bridgetown, because it's got to be a central location, individuals are able to come. If you know how to play Warrior already, that'll be an asset. If you do not know how to play, you will learn how to play. But the most important part is you're being trained to train others. That's the important part.
So to qualify, okay, what I've heard you to describe to me just now sounds as though it's an open session. Anybody could come, play the game, and go from there. Or is it specifically for some experts in these games?
Anybody could come, but we'd be very happy if individuals who have some knowledge of the game already come, because then they're able to do a bit more. Now, remember, Pearson, an individual who learns to play the game next week will not be given a certificate as a trainer or instructor in the game. That's just the one aspect of it. The training continues in a community outreach, which will continue between July and August, where these individuals are able to show or practice then, because you know a person becomes a teacher, they may go to Erdison training and get the knowledge, but they must also be able to display that knowledge before leaving Erdison, so that they will know, yes, this is a person who is trained as a teacher.
Right. certified to do so. And so
Yes, there be certificates in this particular case too, but the certificate will only be issued after both aspects of it. The in-house seminars from the 14th to the 16th of July in the evening, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So the individuals who are actually working, who would like to be trained at this level, can actually have that opportunity as well. And it's important, because when you think in terms of the community being trained out in learning these games, we would like very much to have someone from, at least 2 persons from St. Lucie, 2 persons from each parish who are qualified to teach persons in their own district. So that is the reason why, so that once they're qualified now, and we have a cadre of individuals that the NCF can call on to be engaged in actually teaching the rest of Barbados. And as persons come in from all over the earth to have their holidays in Barbados on the regathering, this is something that they'll be learning sometimes for the first time.
Yes.
And it'd be exciting for them to be taught by somebody from their parish.
And who knows the game. So, you know, next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is when they get together for the formal training of sort. Where is this happening?
Right in Bridgetown at the Spirit Bond Mall.
Okay, got it. The Spirit Bond Mall, we know right on, which is pretty near to the former Barclays Bank, I call it, but right next to CIBC, and it's across from the bridge. They walk the what do you call it? Wickham Bridge. Anyway.
Right.
At the boardwalk.
Near where the old immigration used to be.
Yes, that's where it is. And so that's where it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from around 5 in the afternoon or so, 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
No. 4 p.m. till 8 p.m.
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Do we need to register for this?
It is, yes, person. It is important for individuals to recognize. They need to register. Individuals can't just turn up, because you cannot have a big number of persons and then can't facilitate them. So it is limited, the space is limited, so we're encouraging individuals to, there are 2 email addresses, Andrea Wells at ncfbarbados.org, Andrea Wells at ncfbarbados.org, or they may email me, Rosalind Thomas, jw@gmail.com. The registration forms will be made available by the NCF. All the information is there. They're not expected to remember. We will send them the information so they can see it. They need to register so that we know who's coming, and to be able to put a block on the number that can be facilitated at that location.
Yeah, you really want it to be as impactful as possible and as comfortable as possible. So that's why registration is so critical, folks. And of course, it's Andrea Wells at ncfbarbados.org, or Rosalind Thomas, JW, at Gmail.
At gmail.com.
All right. And so, registration, is it free?
Of course.
Okay, just checking. You know, we have a contributor. If we could put that comment back up just now, because we're talking about Worry and Potter, those 2 games in particular here. And I know for us, growing up as a child, we got to understand the game of Monopoly because it was played in the house. And, you know, as we were going around, that's how we got it. So if the games are played at home or the games are played at school, then it becomes a part of our regular routine. We get it. We fight about it, but we get it at the end of the day. And that's what this effort is all about, to be able to return the game that is indigenous to us, Potter and Worry, back into homes, back into communities, back into schools. And so the teacher training is what we're talking about here, folks. Next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Spirit Bond Mall is where it's going to happen, in that building right there, from 4 in the afternoon. But you need to register right now so that they can adequately accommodate you adequately. And so this is an example of what Worry looks like on our screen.
Yes.
That's Worry.
Is it. Yes. And this is Potter.
And what Rosin is sharing with you there is Potter. And potter is like a zigzag, so and the board is quite small.
Yes, the boards come in different sizes, but for this particular activity, we thought it'd be better to have a board that you can see.
Right.
That on the TV is showing at
children.
Hillaby Turner's Hall when we did it at the schools, where they were able to draw a potter board on their under their covered area, so the students were able to play during lunchtime, break time. They're able to play, and that is what this is an indoor setting at a school again. Their activity at SELA, I think it was, and they were able to actually play potter, and you can see it is not something that's expensive.
Yes.
You draw some lines and you use the caps from the juices or drinks and so on, and enjoy oneself.
And the whole purpose of the potter game is to get all of your things lined up in a row and try to get into your spaces ahead of somebody else.
Similar to X and O's and noughts and crosses.
Correct.
But you see what this has on those games is that once it is set up where all 6 pieces on the board, unlike those other games that we mentioned before, you can actually move these pieces around. You can move them around and still try to accomplish that.
Yes.
The other thing that these Our Heritage games have on other board games is that they are among the oldest to be found anywhere on the earth. Worry is supposed to be the oldest surviving board game known to man. Out of Africa, obviously, our ancestors came with it in their minds, and they were able to share it over the years. There were some misunderstandings and misconceptions about how worry is supposed to work, but I'm going to tell you something else.
Yes,
there are over 100 different ways to play this game, and it is known by over 100 different names all over the earth.
Yes. And that's all right.
Individuals who would say things like, I know how to play worry already. The question is, do you know another way to play? So coming and being trained and understanding that different cultures have different ways to play will enrich one's knowledge of our heritage game. But as we would say in Beijing, there's be heritage, there's be things, so do it.
Correct. And you're right. I mean, we thought that line dancing was one way. There are many ways to do line dancing now, and the same thing applies with the games or heritage games as well, for worry for sure. There are many, as Rosa just said, there are many different ways of playing it. One is not more right than the other, but you can find different ways of playing the game, but to know the rules of the game. And you see people play it, you're fascinated by what they do. Now you have an opportunity to get to know more about how it actually works. And when you do, you'll find that you can play it for many, many hours indeed with many, many friends. And that's the whole purpose of this teacher training seminar. So for those of you who are interested in knowing the game formally, understanding the structure of the game, so that you yourself can impart the knowledge about how the game, the rules are played and so on, then you need to be at the Spirit Bond Mall next week, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday from 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They're taking about 4 hours of your day each day. So at the end of it all, you have 12 hours of good information, good knowledge, and that's impactful for you to be now an expert almost in playing the games of worry and potter. And these are our games, ladies and gentlemen, so we need to get to know them better and to understand them better. And so that's why it's important for you to register so that they can adequately accommodate you. Andrea Wells at ncfbarbados.org or Rosalind Thomas, JW at gmail.com. Send it fast. They'll get all the other details to you, but we want you to be there to benefit significantly from this training that's being offered free of cost by the National Cultural Foundation. And we're all looking forward to you as a community. We're looking forward to people from each parish coming and registering. And so perhaps this is an opportunity for parish independence committees, the parish organizing committees to make your recommendation, to get people, register them, let them come and learn for their community and share the game. Right, Rosalind?
And there's something, you're so right, Pearson. And there's something else that culminates this for this particular session and for this first group of trainers is that they get to showcase their skills learned at the Curry Festa, because Barbados is hosting the Curry Festa 15 from the August the 22nd to the 31st. August the 22nd to the 31st. These trainers would have an opportunity now to showcase that.
Yes.
This is we thing.
Yes.
We want to show what we can do in a wholesome way. Have fun, have recreation, clean recreation that is engaging. It keeps those of us who are older now, keep our brains taken over correctly. And those who are younger to understand that they don't have to be sitting down doing this all day long in order to, when they finish the big terms, got exercise, but the brains ain't working.
Yes. You're right, Rosie, on that one. You're so right. Your hands are so stiff from all of that, for real. And you know, the thing is about Curry Festa is that the whole world's eyes are going to be on us. And so, you know, you have an opportunity now to really show to the rest of the world what we can do, what is ours, what is beautiful about what is ours as well. But it starts with getting the rudiments right, getting the game understood. And so that's why you need to register for this seminar coming up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week.
Yes, next week.
I'm going to say it like that again. It's next week. It's not this week.
Next week. Not this week.
So you have the rest of today and the rest of the week really to register as soon as possible, and because they can only accommodate so many. But don't feel badly if you are told, I'm sorry, but we're fully subscribed, because there will be other opportunities, right, Rosin, for more training.
I believe so, but what is going to happen between now and July, now and August, is that in various open spaces, we would have community opportunities to learn to play the game. So those individuals who have that desire can come out and learn to play, and then listen out in the future as to if another opportunity comes up to have more trainers, then they will be in a good position. But you know something? You see this game? A lot of persons think and see this game as what they remember playing on a piece of paper. But there is one that the older folk used to play. The men never used to play this little one. It's a little 3 straight. Can you imagine this same setup with 5 straight?
Oh my goodness.
We try to get 5 pieces straight.
Rosalind, I tell you what, can we invite you into the studio? Can we invite you to the studio one day to come and play this game with us?
I'll be able to play this one for sure. But to do the 5 straight would take a bit more time.
No problem. We know you're going to be busy with the training coming up, so we know at the end of the training perhaps you can come to the studio and we can have a real life example of how it plays. You and I can have some fun while we do it. Fair?
But of course.
Rosin is ready to beat me badly, but that's all right. That's all right.
This is another thing about training.
Yes.
It is not that once a trainer teaches someone, and that person ends up winning the game, it is showing that the trainer has accomplished his or her task. It is not about the trainer beating up anybody. Once your student understands the techniques and rules to the point where he or she can actually beat you, feel good about it, don't cry.
That's right.
Done it well.
Yes. And so, folks, now you see, and there's going to be so much conversation around this and so much excitement indeed when you attend these workshops coming up, all part of the seminar to teach you how to teach others to play those games. Come with whatever little knowledge you have and let's refine it. Indeed, next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the Spirit Bond Mall is where it's happening from 4 in the afternoon until about 8 o'clock in the evening. But you're sitting with others, you're learning from others, you're learning from the experts themselves, and then at the end of it all, we want to send you into the community, into the world, to teach others about it indeed. That's your holy commission, to go there to spread the message of the game and get other people involved, not just in the schools, in the families, in the communities, in your little groups and your spaces. Perhaps over lunch at work, you can play a game of Potter or a game of Worry, all of that, because the more we integrate it into what we do, the better it sticks into your head indeed. And so that's the whole magic to what's happening there. So I want to encourage as many of you as possible, get your passion, get it ready. Let's go register today. Andrea Wells at ncfbarbados.org, or you can send an email to rosinthomasjw@gmail.com and get registered. Yes,
You
Rose?
may also WhatsApp, because a lot of individuals may not have been able to, because you know how email works. You put in a letter that's incorrect and there's problem.
Yes.
Cell WhatsApp or call 267, the usual 246 at the front, 267-4272.
267-4272.
And I'll be able to send the correct emails to those individuals who are interested, and we go from there. 267-4272.
Gotcha. Good girl, Roz. Well done. I can't wait to beat you. So hurry up and come in here, okay?
I'm looking forward to that verse.
I am telling you.
I know he got this game down.
I'm going to start my revision and practice and everything and get ready for you, Rosalind. Thank you so much.
Well, you have a very good day.
You too. Thank you very much
Mornin Barbados.
All right, Rosalind, indeed. Rosalind Thomas is her name. She's inviting all of us because she's coordinating a Heritage Games teacher training seminar, which happens next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in the Spirit Bond Mall, beginning at 4 in the afternoon. You need to register, folks. At the end of it all, there is something beautiful. No one can take your knowledge of the game away from you. You can only share it with others. And in sharing it with others, you're building a community of others who are just as good as you and who can enjoy the game as much as you. And so that's the whole spirit of the whole thing. These are beautiful games by our ancestors. They're part of who we are. And so to not lose our heritage, it's important that we get to understand our heritage through this upcoming seminar. But we will also be able to teach it to the rest of the world when they come here to Barbados for this year's Carrier Festa. And so this is an opportunity for you to upscale your skills and get yourself ready for that moment in time when the whole world looks at how you play Potter and how you play Worry, and to learn the game. So now you have a bit of an edge. So grab that opportunity. We're taking a break here on Morning Barbados. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So we have 3 minutes now to go to 8 o'clock. Oh, by the way, did you go to the interdenominational service put on by the St. Philip Regathering? It was held yesterday morning at the Oldbury Seventh-day Adventist Church Centre, and boy, was it good indeed. Well done to Denise and your team. I know, yeah, so that was really good. On the weekend, I had a chance also to go into St. Philip to see for myself the purple wearers and to see a little bit of the parade and motorcade as well, but it really rained. I'd love to know whether or not that celebrity match took place at the St. Catherine Club, and if not, was it postponed? We'll get more details hopefully on that. But tomorrow, Tuesday, and the following Tuesday, they're having what they're calling Domino Polarama. Domino Polarama. You're sitting down around some domino tables and playing dominoes. So tomorrow they're having one at Cara's Hideaway. Cara's Hideaway is at 4 Roads in St. Philip. That begins at 6:30 and they're going till about 10. Both Tuesdays, 6:30 till about 10. But tomorrow, Tuesday, they are at Cara's Hideaway, 4 Roads in St. Philip. And then next week, Tuesday, they are at Thelma's at Riverland in St. Philip as well. So Domino Polarama, 2 Tuesdays in a row. Tomorrow Tuesday, next Tuesday as well. Tomorrow Tuesday at Cara's Hideaway, 4 Roads. Next week Tuesday at Thelma's at Riverland in St. Philip indeed. So that's happening tomorrow Tuesday. Then they also wanted to remind you that they have Pickle Monday coming up on the 14th. Pickle Monday on a Monday? Pickle Monday? We used to tend to do pickle on the Saturday, but they're having Pickle Monday, you better believe it. And that's going to be at Deb's Bar, Foul Bay in St. Philip. And that's happening next week, Monday the 14th. That's happening there at Deb's Bar, Pickle Monday. There, Deb's Bar is in Foul Bay indeed. But they're visiting the church, they tell me, on the 30th, which is Sunday coming. They're going to St. Martin's Anglican Church. But of course, you just keep up to following the social media for Regatherings st.philip. We gather in St. Philip at st.philip, and they'll let you know when your purple shirts are available for sale. And so they're encouraging you to continue watching, therefore also all of the activities coming up for the rest of the month as we gather in St. Philip under the theme, Sugar. Well, that's it for today, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful Monday. We want to wish you a wonderful week ahead. My little crew joins me in saying to all of you, thank you. By the will of the Lord, we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados, good morning.